Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. I am simulcasting on my Bill Hobart page on my phone. So we will see who pops on here. Spirit has a lot to talk about today. Hey, hello, Jody. Hello, Betty. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Julia. Bob Matthews. What's up, brother? Glad you joined me. Spirit has all kinds of stuff to talk about tonight, or today, I should say. So, yeah. So, hello, everybody. Hello, Brenda. How are you? Hello, Amanda. How are you? Getting a crowd, so that's a good thing. That's awesome. And hello, Kimberly. How are you, my dear? I haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, just got done meditating. So had intense clients this morning and lots of good stuff. So, hey, Catherine. So I just cleared myself out, and there's all kinds of cool stuff to talk about. So we'll wait just a little bit longer. While we're waiting for a few more people to pop on here, I'm going to let everybody know that I'm still doing readings on the promo for Mother's Day. And I will probably do them through the month for Memorial Day too. Okay? Hey, Carol. Hey, Sue. 50 minutes, $25. 30 minutes, $50. Hey, Pauly D. And 60 minutes for $65. Okay? Yeah, it's interesting. The universe is working to bring me different people, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm kind of happy about that. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Mel. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. I'm kind of excited about that. They're outreaching, and, people are finding me on Facebook, which is kind of cool. It's very cool. Brenda asks, are you really live? Yeah, I'm live. I'm not, you may not think that I'm alive, but I'm live. Yeah. Yep. Yes, I am. I am live. Right now, the internet's holding out, so for as long as that holds out, I'll be live. The rest will be taped. So the special goes until after Memorial Day. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do after that, we'll see what the virus and the energy tells me to do, right? What Spirit has in store. You never know. Never know. Hell, I could do them for free. You never know, right? So today I'm in yellow. I've never worn yellow before. So I got new shirts. The one great thing about everything being closed is that designer shirts and pants and things are all really cheap. So, oh, Jody says they find you because you're all that. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good at what I do. Okay. So, all right. So, Spirit wants me first to talk about, is everybody doing their meditations? Are you paying attention? Hey, Jessica. Are you paying attention to the energy? Making sure that you are understanding what the heck's going on. Hey, Kathy. Okay. It's going to be really, really nice in Michigan and the Midwest starting tomorrow. And it's going to, there's going to be some rain here and there and things like that, which is okay. Hey, Michelle. But the energy is going to flip, okay? And we're going to have a pretty good June, pretty good July, pretty good August, okay? So, again, be conscious, right? Do your Steve Noble meditations. Let your stuff go. Clear yourself out. Spirit says, give me about 3 months of vacation. Okay, so chimes. See? So it is, Jessica, I'm glad you're feeling better. Hey, Adrian. So it's about, again, being conscious, doing your meditations, and Spirit says being conscious about the fact of the Novid energy is intense, and then you'll get a pushback, and then it'll be intense again because it comes in waves. Okay, so, and then he wants to segue into taking care of yourself. Okay, truly understanding. Hi, Christina. What you have to do to take care of yourself, right? Hey, Jason. Self-care, self-care, self-care. He keeps saying self-care. Ben, being selfish, right? Understanding that if you're not taking care of you, you can't take care of the people in your circle. You can't take care of the people that you love and adore and things like that, right? And so it's very, very, very important to do your Steve Noble meditations. I don't mean to wag my finger at you, but he's wagging his finger at me here. So it's about taking care of yourself. It's about doing your Steve Noble meditations. It's about knowing which Steve Noble meditations to do, right? If you don't know, hey, Pauline, if you don't know, send me a text. Okay? Hey, Bill, I need new meditations. If you master the first, what I call, or Spirit calls, the elementary level, then it's time to, and they want to raise your vibration higher by allowing you to flow, right? Then what happens is you have to start the next set of meditations, right? And unfortunately, Steve does not put them into categories. I've put them into categories on what I've done in my ascension, okay? And I'm very, very conscious, you guys, of Spirit telling me who you are when you ask for meditations, okay? I actually go, okay, this is for, let's say, Jody, and I have to get, and I know her energy, and I know just from one time, I can recognize her energy. I know who she is. Okay, I think she should do this one and this one. Okay, these are the two for the next month. Okay, so yes, it's all about taking care of yourself. Hey, Annette, it's all about taking care of yourself. Hi, Carol. It's about taking care of yourself and absolutely understanding that you're preparing yourself for fall. Okay, without you even knowing it. Okay, but not only are you taking care of you, you're taking care of your future self, Spirit says, and that's super, super important, right? Because again, who wants to be in the middle of a mini tsunami with not knowing that it's coming? But it's coming. Okay, it's not a negative thing. It's just the fact of being prepared for it, right? So it's about doing your meditations. It's about talking out loud, your spirit guides, your guardian angels. And Spirit says all the stuff we talked about before, but today we need to go over it again, which makes sense, okay? Is talking out loud, good morning, Spirit, me, good morning, Mom, good morning, Dad, good morning, Spirit, right? And what's interesting is this morning, or this afternoon when I was doing my meditation, of course, my mom and dad are here, and of course, I'm in my meditation, hey, Kim, hey, Kimmy, and I'm doing my meditation, and then my brother pops in, who passed away 5 years ago tomorrow. And I was like, he was pulling energy off me and throwing it into the universe. Hey, Kelly, right? And I was like, oh, hey, Carl, and I was thinking, okay, don't know why you're here again, because he was here probably 2, 3, 4 months ago, doing the exact same thing. But this morning's, this week's readings have been intense. Been really like, boom, Jason's over on my Bill Hobart page now. Hi, Kim. Kim. So, and then I went, oh, he passed away tomorrow at 7:25 or something like that in the morning. So that's why he showed up today. He's still here, in fact. He's gonna watch what I do, he says, which is kind of cool. So he's right in front of me behind the camera here, behind my tablet. So that's kind of interesting because my mom and dad are always on my left-hand side, and they're here. Grandfathers are here too. So they always like to be here during lives, okay? So again, opening up yourself, being as conscious as possible. Hi, Kathy. And understanding that yes, Nicole, I do private readings, definitely. Yep, I do. You can find information on this Facebook page, Chimes, and you can also, hey, Jen, hey, Scott. And you can always find out on BillHobart.com too. So yeah, I definitely do. Yes, I know. Energy, Spirit says. The energy today is pretty intense. and hey, Danny. And so, yeah, self, he says. Taking care of you. Hey, Carson. Hey, Kiki. Taking care of yourself, right? And understanding that I need to do my meditations, that I need to talk to my guides all day, right? And it doesn't have to be positive. I mean, like, okay, Spirit, WTF, right? I would say the words out, but we're not going to do it here. But in my life, I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, help me out here. What are you doing? Hey, Haley. And understanding that they get that. It's a release, right? It's a release so that you can allow them not only to absorb that energy, right? But take it from you. So that you are much more able to breathe. You're much more able to receive positive energy, information. Hey, Ruben, how you doing? All kinds of cool stuff, right? All the stuff that you don't think you can do, trust me. Every human is empathic. Every human is intuitive, okay? Trust me, the more you clear yourself out, the more that you ask for help from your guides, the more that you actually believe that you can be the person that you want to be, even if you don't know what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I talk to people every day, and you guys know this, who are like, Bill, I just don't know. I don't understand what's next. I have this feeling I need to do this. I feel I need to feeling to do that. Okay, well, fine. Spirit gives you the information, right? It gives you the understanding. And you receive it in the way that it's like, oh my God, I knew that was right. I knew that was true. Of course you do. Everybody has intuition. Everybody's empathic, right? Where you absorb other people's energy and you go, oh my God, why do I talk to that person? My God, I feel like she just put all her stuff on me, or he just put all his stuff on me. How do I get rid of it? See? We all are like that. We're all like that. Okay? My good friend Ruben says, I always tell people that if you surround yourself with positive people, you'll have positive things happening. That's true. That's true. And I've said this forever. Hey, Jessica, is positive out, positive energy out, positive energy back. Now, does that mean a squirrel's not going to run through that's a freaking idiot and has all negative energy, meaning a human? And you go, whoa, no, you're not allowed here. But if you put negative energy out, because you're pissed off, because you're frustrated, because you're scared, because you're emotional, right? In a negative sense, what do you receive back? You attract what you put out there, right? I know, trust me. Ruben can tell you. I've known Ruben for 35 years or so. At least 35. 87, 97, 2007, 2017. I've known Ruben for 33 years. Okay? Hey, Sandra. So he used to work for me. So it's one of those things of he has seen exactly who I used to be. All right, Bobby, take care. And I'm not that person anymore. Okay? This is the person I was inside that body that was afraid. Okay? Now I was afraid. Hey, Julie, I was going to call you today or text you today about your nephew. So that's interesting that you're on here, of course. Okay, so my friend Catherine says, Bill, what is going on with all these healthy kids getting sick now? It is part of the coronavirus. Okay? Again, we don't know the virus. We don't know. Thank you, Ruben. We don't know anything about it. Okay? And so there's all I know. Spirit says it's multifaceted. It changes because it's a true virus and it's meant to infect human. Okay? As in past pandemics. Right? That's what it is. So this virus that the kids are getting is because their immune system isn't 100% like it's supposed to be. See, so it manifests, or I forget the word, it begins with an M. Spirit says it manifests the same kind of thing. Manifest for me is positive, but he's saying that it manipulates, it finds its victim, right? That's why, wear your masks, you guys. I'm telling you what. If you're out and about and stuff like that with a mask on and you got a jacket on and you come home, throw that jacket into the dryer for 30 minutes on hot. You don't know what other people are carrying. You don't know. You don't know if you're in the grocery store. You don't know if you're in if you're in Walmart or Target or something like that. You don't know. And in Michigan, that's why things aren't opening up. Is because they don't know, right? Hey Paula. And it's scary, right? And they don't, and again, our governor, I think she's amazing. The hospitals cannot take all the people that will be sick. And that is what she's trying to keep from happening. Although it hurts the humans, because we're not used to being told no, like children, right? Right? Yeah, Ruben, I got that off a video about the dryer. Yeah. Hi, Abby. Yeah, put him in the dryer, guys. There's days where I will take my coat off and then our shoes are outside. I Lysol the soles of them every night because you don't know what you're walking in. You don't want to bring it into your house. Hey, Scott, right? I'm very, very cautious. Again, Lee works in he's the head of social work in a facility in Fort Gratiot, and he's in a, rehab, old person's home. And two residents just tested positive for COVID. Okay, they have not had visitors in over 6 weeks, but somehow these people got COVID. Okay, again, we don't know, right? So we've had things in place before that, where he strips downstairs into his underwear. I have the washer ready with hot water and soap in it. He just walks up the stairs, puts his stuff in the washer, turns it on, puts his coat in the dryer. It's all set at 30. All set at 30 minutes. He slits the door, starts the dryer, grabs his face wash towel, goes into his bathroom, washes his face, wipes his stuff down, and then we eat dinner. See? But we have that protocol because we don't know, right? And with a suppressed immune system that I've got from my childhood, again, it's just best practices, right? It's just what Spirit tells me we got to do. So again, self-care, right? It works with the same thing. Because it's going to go for another 18 months. Okay? There's a reason why it's here, and it's here to make people more understanding of who they are. Ruben says I've seen people lift their masks and spit on the sidewalk, and I need to start stripping down again in the dryer. I see clients. See, Ruben does home health care. Okay. So again, it's about taking care of yourself. Meditations, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. But again, guys, not denying yourself when you have a craving. I am a big believer in that. Okay? Not the whole box of Oreos, but again, whatever it takes after you do your Steve Noble meditations to give yourself that's what you want. Especially in this energy, which today's pretty good. Hi, Jody. So, Haley says, 8 more months. I want to teach person in the fall. So get married on June 27th. Well, Haley, I'm going to tell you that June 27th might be okay, but don't invite a lot of people. Okay? You'll still get married on June 27th, but don't invite a lot of people because you don't want that stew, Spirit says. You don't want that stew. Okay? Hey, Susan. Okay, so Kimmy says that's good to work both and home, both respect each other. Yeah, you have to. You got to respect the people that you're out in society with, and you got to respect your partners and your husbands, and girlfriends, and boyfriends, and that kind of stuff. Okay, right? Because you got to respect ourselves. Again, you've heard me talk about being selfish, right? Again, it's about that. I have to make time for myself. Kiki says, I love Steve Noble. Listen to his playlist while I sleep. Okay. That's okay. I don't recommend that, but okay. Yeah. It's something you can do if it keeps you asleep. But from where we stand, the meditations are for you or for human to recognize the difference between, hey Christine, with being full of unrest and things like that, and then understanding once you do the meditation how you feel how you feel after. Yeah. So self-care, understanding that that you need to take care of yourself through guided meditation, through being active. Again, it's going to turn sunny tomorrow, you guys. I believe tomorrow's Friday, yes, and it's going to be nice on Saturday, and then it's going to rain on Sunday, and then it's going to be 80 degrees next week. Okay, and if you're not working every day, if you have the time off, get yourself outside and sit, chill, lay in the sun, whatever, work in the garden, whatever it is. Release that energy into the earth, right? Release that energy through meditation and through being active. Take a walk, right? And sometimes we have to make ourselves do that, guys. Sometimes we have to get ego out of the way, right? Ego, I'm not listening to that because that's not true. I'm going to walk today. I'm going to walk for at least 45 minutes to an hour, okay? Or that's a good walk. But that's what it's all about. And will you be exhausted after if you haven't done it a lot? Yes. Just like meditation, right? Yeah. For sure. All right, Julie. I'll text you about your nephew, okay? And understanding that, again, it takes time to build that up. Because we've been sedentary for a while, most of us, okay? I think we're just going to answer questions. Hi, Ann. Okay, so yeah, I think we're just going to answer questions with the self-care kind of thing. So Ann, on my Bill Hobart page, hello, Bill. She's been out of work since December, and now with this virus, who knows? Still not getting my unemployment, getting worried. Okay. Hi, Hector. How's it going? Okay, so Ann. Hey, Suzanne. Have you asked another question, Suzanne? I'm waiting for you to ask you a question. Okay, now Ann is really, really connected spiritually with people who passed away. Okay? So, Ann, you need to make sure, start asking your guides to fix that for you. Okay? Don't get down, don't get negative. Say, okay, Spirit, I need you to help me with this. I need you to take care of this for me. Okay? I need you to help me with this. Okay? I think you live in Pennsylvania, Ann, right? I believe you do. Allergies are horrible. It's coming, Spirit says. It's coming. He asks if you've double checked everything, if you connected, if you haven't, connect, he says. To the website, I believe, I'm sure that Pennsylvania has a website. Yes. Hey, Jessica. Yeah, so that's super important, okay? Don't just let it go in the air. Don't let it, just don't let it set and hope that it's going to change. Sometimes we have to engage as spiritual beings. I know that I put through a loan for $10,000 from the government. Of course, big business got all the money, and they sent me $1,000. I didn't receive the stimulus money, but I check on it every week just to see where my check is at. Okay, because some attention is better than none at all. Okay, so that's super, super important, Ann. So let me know about that, okay? Send me a text or something. Oh, okay. So let me do, Ann lives in Virginia. That's right. Yeah, Virginia's tough right now, Spirit says. There's a lot of this going on. A lot of, he says positive, negative. The pull back and forth. Don't lose hope, though, he says. Again, check in and see if you haven't. Okay, if you have, that's when you start talking out loud to your guides, which you should have been doing already because of who you are. Okay. Okay, let me see, since I got 2 pages going. Yes, Abby, don't worry so much about that. Okay? Because again, the more that you ask for something that you want, I will tell you, it is all on spiritual time. Okay? Understanding that the more you want it, like this, right? The more you want it, the further away it gets. It can't flow, right? Because this, oh my God, I want it so bad, is a wall that does not allow you to receive. Or I'd be in Maui already, right? Hey, Scott, how's it going? So it's super, super important. I learned that. I learned that probably in the last year. Gotta let it flow. It's gonna happen. I know it is for you, for me, for everybody. Just have to allow it to happen. Hi, Kimmy. Okay, so yes, Abby, that's definitely gonna happen. Kiki says I have to go back to work at GM, close proximity to many people. How do I stay safe? If I am getting this right, you are going to have enough PPE, okay, and again, make sure that you have your mask. Make sure that you have a screen or a visor. Okay, I believe GM is doing that. Okay, and again, safe practices, right? Is making sure that you don't eat lunch around other people. That you, again, when you get home, you take your stuff off in the garage or at the bottom of the stairs. Okay, and that you have your water ready. Have somebody have their water ready, right? Or something like that. And if they don't, because you work nights, or let's say you get home at night, like you get home at midnight or something like that, it's all about just making sure that leave your stuff outside or leave your stuff at the bottom of the stairs. Come upstairs in your underwear, start your washer, do not, or leave it in a trash bag outside, a black trash bag outside, and close it up. You don't have to tie it, but stuff it all in a black trash bag or white trash bag, whatever you want to use, and keep it in there. Hi, Wendy. Okay, until morning, and then make sure that you bring up the bag closed and you have your water already set. You put it in your washer, right? That's what you do on hot. Everything has to be washed on hot. Okay. Keep your shoes outside. Get some Lysol or some type of bleach cleaner. That's what you want to do. Okay, it's super important. Okay, but that's how you do it. Okay, Wendy, I haven't seen you in probably freaking 40 years, or at least 35. So thank you for coming on. Okay, so let me see more questions here. So Danny says, do you see my sister and my relationship getting better? Yes, but only partly. You both have work to do on yourselves. Okay? He says that comes from childhood. Okay? Many times we have this and we have this, and this is not really getting along. It's about you live with each other. You have to make it work. Or you get along really good, but the other person doesn't tell you how they really feel during that time, and then you have a tendency to split off. Or one person grows faster than the other one grows, spiritually. Okay? But yes, always believe things can get better, guys. Okay? But it takes work, right? It takes work on each one of your parts. And sometimes you have to just set it to the side until later, right? You have to. Because if you don't, one person is all emotional about, oh my gosh, but she's my sister. Oh my gosh, well, okay, well, she doesn't feel like that. And you can't, your emotions don't get you anywhere, guys. They don't. If they're balanced, yes. If you can see them clearly because you're conscious, yes. But if you are emotional because of childhood stuff, hi Paula, and girl, I'm telling you, I am that person. I had to learn to let my second oldest brother do his thing. My sister, the same thing. Okay? I had a lot of baggage with my family growing up. And as I ascended, as I got rid of my stuff through Steve Noble meditations and therapy too, right? Is understanding that we're all going to lead our own path, and I'll be honest with you. Everybody in your family has a different idea of how they grew up. It's not the same as what you perceived. Trust me, it's not. Okay? Spirit has said, word from the wise. And that's true. And that's true. Okay? So we're going to do, so Danny, if you need more help, let me know. Okay? Suzanne, yes, is it safe for my dad and I to go up north? Yes, as long as you have not been exposed to people. Let's say that you're on your way up north and you have to stop at the Walmart or the Target or the Meijer. Okay? And or one of you goes in, the other one doesn't, right? You got a mask on, the whole 9 yards. When you get up to when you do get up north, those clothes go in a black bag unless you have, and then you put them in the washer. Either when you get home, if you put them in the trunk of your car, or you set them outside wherever you're going. It used to take 3 days. They're saying now 3 to 4 days for the virus to die. Okay, even without air. Okay, so again, they don't know. There is no perfect science to the virus. Okay, it begins with an M. Yeah, it keeps, he says manipulating. It keeps changing. Okay, so yeah. Again, it's all about taking your practices at home down here if you live in Southeast Michigan, okay? And if you don't live in Southeast Michigan, even like Jackson, Kalamazoo, Lansing, I mean, you should be doing all that kind of stuff. Okay, super, super, super important. Okay, so Paula says, I have the same question as Danny, trying to reconnect intimacy with my younger sister. Maybe I need to do a video on that, you guys. Maybe I need to talk about that. Okay, it's the same kind of situation, Paula. If you're older than your younger sister, there can be a hey Jimmy, how you doing? There can be and thank you. There can be like a power struggle when you're growing up, but you don't know it. Okay. There can be hurt feelings. There can be domination that you don't perceive to be domination in the family. Family dynamics are tricky. They're very, very tricky. But if you take care of yourself, if you do your Steve Noble meditations, if you get as conscious as you can, as you talk out loud to your spirit guides and guardian angels, right? As you fill yourself with light, as you ask for what you want, hear them chimes. And Spirit has said, now preach. Because I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you that, hey Jackie, that, and Pamela too. I'm answering a question, guys. Sorry that I don't say hello to you as soon as you pop on. It's all about understanding that you have to take care of yourself and the rest will follow, okay? If they're not going to follow, hey Marilyn, if they're not going to embrace who you are anymore, that's okay. You're not supposed to be like you were when you were children, okay? That's you that feels the need to reconnect with that. Okay? Because you either were not connected growing up, you felt like you didn't do what you needed to do with your younger sister or older sister. Very tired of being. Who said that? That's Paul. Okay, Paul, I'll get you in a minute. So that's what that all is if you feel the need to connect with a family member, hey Candace, or Candy, I should say, and they are resistant to it, you can't do anything about it. Take care of you, right? It's about taking care of you. Doing your meditations twice a week. Understanding the meditations, right? And if you don't know about Steve Noble meditations, let me know. I will hook you up with the elementary meditations, right? The ones for healing, emotional healing. The ones for anxiety and fear. Bingo. Those are the ones we as humans have to do first to release our bullshit, to release our stuff that is down inside of us that yearns for a reconnection to our younger sister, that yearns for something. It's yearning, right? So it's very, very important that we understand that the more clear we are through meditation, right? Through asking our spirit guides, our guardian angels every day, let today be a good day, watch over me, keep me safe. Take care of me today, right? But also if you're looking for somebody to to meet or whatever. It's the same kind of thing. It's all built into a package. Okay, so that's what that's about. Okay, so Abby, I know I'm only kind of bringing it up loud once a week. Well, okay, loud once a week is fine, Abby. Don't worry, baby, it's coming. That child is coming to you, but it can't. But you'll get pregnant during COVA. Spirit says during the COVID. Okay, when you and Chris get back together. So Jan asks, besides meditation, what advice would you give to help somebody build their intuition? I try to meditate. Jan, it's about talking out loud your spirit guides and guardian angels. Okay? Every day. And I will only give you, I think I said hello to Pam. I will give you an example of my day. I wake up in the morning, I come down the hallway, I say, morning mom, morning dad, morning spirit. And the chimes go ding, 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 ding. They know I'm awake. Okay? And in the day, I will be like, if I'm in the shower, I'll say, let today be a good day. Watch over me, keep me safe. Let my readings free flow. Let there be no obstructions, right? Take care of me, okay? And if you're doing Steve Nova meditations, you guys, and when Steve calls in the archangels, right? And you've got Raphael that is emerald green fire to the east, my left side, because I always meditate south. To the south, Archangel Michael, which everybody kind of calls in, but it's electric blue fire. To the west is Gabriel. It's beautiful diamond white fire. And to the north, it's Uriel, ruby red energy. So if you imagine those things, right? Again, allow that to pass through you. But Jen, to build your intuition is to get conscious. And how you get conscious, now, number one, Steve Noble meditations, but also talking out loud to your spirit guides, guardian angels, and having a relationship with them makes you more aware. Getting ego out of the way, right? That self-talk that is in our head that is never positive. Ego is not your friend, especially lower ego is not your friend at all. It will say, you know what, that stuff doesn't work. Ego, again, guys, right? Right hand. Mosquito buzzing around my ear. As I'm swiping my ear with the energy from my hand, ego, that's not true. I'm not listening to that. Ego, that's not true. I'm not listening to that. And guess what ego does? It stops. It stops. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, then it starts up the thing. I told you it's not, I'm not listening to that. It's not true, right? Stops again. If you are relentless on catching that as much as you can, your intuition will skyrocket. Why? Because ego is blocking the vibe, the energy from the universe. Because it wants you to have to it wants you to struggle. It wants you to struggle and give up. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Does that make sense, Jen? Let me know, okay? It's about flowing, right? And Jen, I don't know what, zodiac sign is very important, you guys. As you ascend up the zodiac, right? From air, from water, to fire, to earth. I'm a Capricorn, right? But the top of the freaking heap. Thank God. I can only see and feel what I've gone through in 3,000 or 4,000 years, right? It's not good. It's trials, right? So depending on your zodiac sign, that tells you what you have to do a little bit more intensely and what you can understand easier. Hey, Edward, how's it going? I haven't seen you in forever. Does that make sense? Okay. So again, do your birth chart, Spirit says. Go to Google. Google free birth chart. Astrolab will pop up. ASTROLABE. Click on Astrolab. Put in your information. I'm telling you guys, information is power. It helps your intuition. It tells you who you are, positive and negatively. Super important. Super important. Okay? So again, one more tool, right? Because many, many times ego will say, you don't need that. That stuff, none of that stuff is true. And you read it, you go, God, you know what, that doesn't line that, and I know what that's right, it doesn't. I don't know why he had me do that. Well, because you're supposed to know. Okay. So Paula says, I want to call her Paula Quartermain from General Hospital. Funny, right? That tells you how old I am. Okay, so Paula Quartermush says we had a well. Again, that takes. I mean, I can give you the right meditations for that. I don't want to go into it. She didn't have a real good dad, who was kind of, sexual, and so or whatever. And so it is important that if you want to just text me, I can give you some more. Again, it's about the meditations. It's about letting that little girl inside get healed, right? Because trust me, I totally get it. I totally get it. Not from my father, not from my family, but from my neighborhood I grew up in. So, yeah, I can help you if you'd like me to. Hi, Nancy. How's it going? Okay, so let me go down here. I'm on my Bill Clairvoyant page the most, guys, because there's where the most questions are at. Okay, so Paula Long says, very tired of being without a partner. Okay, so how do you manifest a partner, right? First off, you have to raise your vibration enough. Hi, Amy. You have to raise your vibration enough for him to find you. Okay? If you have a lower vibration of your human, right? Guess what you're going to attract? Losers. Why? Because they're attracted to your dysfunction. They're attracted to that energy, right? And if you're any way conscious at all, you're like, no, I can't meet anybody. I don't know why. Because you're supposed to be a higher vibration so he can find you. Okay? Now, how do you get there? Steve Noble Meditations. Talk out loud, your spirit guides, guardian angels. Allowing yourself to flow. Again, understanding what zodiac sign you are. Capricorn's a big old piece, it's a big old mound of dirt that's dry as hell like it is in July. I've had to learn how to fluff up my dirt to flow. But in my birth chart, I'm also a Aquarius rising and a Pisces moon. Well, the moon is emotion. I'm Pisces in that, right? So that's why I can do this job for a living. Because I flow. I teach myself to flow against the big pile of dirt. Hey, Gabriel. I've got two flowy signs. I've got two flowy signs that are pushing my dirt along to make myself. So, as you do that, you need to give 5 to 10 things of what you want in your mate. Okay? 5 to 10. I did 9 for Lee, and I got him. Okay? But you got to be specific, okay? You cannot say, I want somebody who's loving and understanding and beautiful and who's accepting, because they're going to bring you a 5'3" midget, very, very fat, like the penguin guy on Batman, who's everything that you said in whatever race that you didn't think you wanted. And you're going to say, oh my God, Bill, I met this person, and he's like 5'3", or he's 6'6" and weighs 900 pounds. That's nothing that I wanted. Why did they do that? Well, because you weren't specific enough to say, he's got to be 5 foot, he's got to be taller than 6 foot, he's got to be whatever race you want, white, black, Arabic, Hispanic, whatever you like. There's a plethora, right? You got to be specific. He needs to have a job. He needs to make X amount of dollars a year. He needs to own a house. Depending on where you are in your life, if you're 24 and you want a man who's going to have all these things, he's going to be probably in his 30s. Cool, right? Hey, Lori. And that's okay. It just depends on Lee. Again, Lee's 15 years younger than I am. But I'm not really 60. I'm like 35. So, like sometimes I think he's older than I am. So, right? But again, give yourself 5 to 10 things of what you truly want. What I want when I'm standing next to my man, when I'm standing next to my girl, my woman, whatever you want, whatever, right? I want them to look like this. Brown hair, I want blonde hair, I want blue eyes, I want olive skin, whatever. And how I need to make this much money. Because when you raise your vibration, everybody, they're not going to be poor. And if they are poor, the cool thing is they've ascended, and you're going to meet them because you're supposed to. Nothing happens by chance, you guys. Nothing happens by chance. Everything is planned. Jen says, yes, it does. I'm an Aquarian. Oh, there you go. See, if you're an Aquarian, if you're an air sign, you have to flow, right? It's like if you take a Tupperware dish and you put a top on it and you leave it on the counter for a week and you open up that Tupperware dish after a week, what does that thing smell like? Ugh. Has to flow. And Aquarians are artsy and fun, but structured. That's the thing you have to understand, is that if you're an Aquarian, you have the same ruling planet as Capricorn, which is January, which is Saturn, which is structure. And sometimes that structure can bother Aquarians because they just want to float like a red balloon and have fun, chillax and kind of do their thing. But society puts restrictions on that. And that is spirit. That is the structure of Saturn. See? That's what that is. That's what that is. So again, if you know your birth chart and you're having a conversation with your guides and you're asking for what they want, trust me, they'll bring you exactly what you're supposed to have as long as you're open to it. And that makes sense. Okay? Okay, Okay. Abby is random, but I don't know, Bill. I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but there's a character in there who ends up, and then Abby says see more, so I can't answer that question until after I'm done, okay? Michelle says, where do we get info on where we are in ascension in regards to our zodiac sign? This is very interesting. Okay, so this is what Spirit has told me for the past 2 years, okay? Is that if you're an air sign, you're a brand new soul, okay? You are, Tom Bernard says, 35 my ass. Well, I feel like I'm 35, Tom. Doesn't mean that I'm 60, you know? I feel like I'm 35, thank God. And you, my friend, how old do you feel? He's one of my good friends from growing up, so I can talk to him like that. But it's, okay, so Zodiac, right, is about air signs are brand new souls. Okay, they're light, they're fluffy. They with the exception of Libra, who likes to be alone and likes a little bit of structure. Then you go into your water signs. Okay, water signs. It's about flowing, but a little bit more consistent, a little more heavy because it's more dense, right? And understanding that if you are a Pisces, you're a follower. Okay. You like to follow the other fish's tail, and you cannot really make a decision. So you're going to attract people either can't do the same thing or they want to control you, which Pisces does not like because they just want to flow. Then there's Scorpio. Scorpio lives in a swamp. It's always muddy waters. It's always, always, always murky waters because they're in the water sign of Scorpio to grow. To move, to take their claws and move that water, which they usually don't. They sit in the water and they mope and they're the victim. Then you go to Cancer, which is clear flowing water and knowledge from the universe because they're the opposite of Capricorn. Hey, Santino. They're the opposite of Capricorn, which is knowledge, but no emotion. So with Cancer, you have the knowledge and the power and the structure. But you got this emotional side of you which goes, I'm not really sure, I don't really know what I should do, and they'll usually attract a mate that helps them see clear because they're clear water. They're very, very, very smart, but very good people if they can balance their energy from that water. Okay? Then you go to fire, right? Then you go to the fire signs, Aries. Aries is usually uncontrollable fire. Aries it's the first time in their soul's journey they've had power, true power, and they use it and they don't know why. It's what they say comes out wrong. Their energy is negative. It's intense. They can be very, very, very dysfunctional. Okay? They're very hard for certain people to get along with, right? Chimes. Then it goes to Sagittarius. And Sagittarius does the same thing, only their energy is controlled. They get what they want. They get what they want, but then when they get what they want, when they're 55, 60, 65 years old, there's no one left in their life because they burned them all. Then they go to Leo, right? Leo sits on the throne. It's power. I've mastered all the signs underneath me. I understand and I understand all of the energy from the fire signs, and they expect. They sit on the throne and they expect. They're always very good looking, but they expect. Well, if you have somebody who expects in your life, guess what? You're constantly serving them and they're taking. A lot of narcissists are Leos, okay? But right after Leo, after 4, 5, 6 lifetimes in that sign, in that zodiac sign, you ascend to Taurus. Every earth sign is connected to spirit, okay? You have Taurus, and that is muddy and earthy and strong and knowing, but doesn't know why they know. How do I know all this stuff? And they're kind of like junior high school, Spirit says, which is true, middle school, okay? Then you go to Virgo, and Virgo is a piece of granite, like a pyramid, right? Strong, tough, I know, resistant, intense, right? No emotion at all, depending upon what they have in their birth chart, right? Their rising sign and their moon sign. Whatever sign is there, that can change the person, because that, again, is elements outside of what the sign actually is, okay? And then you ascend to Capricorn, myself, right? Knowing and connected to spirit, almost every, I'm going to say every, because spirit says every Capricorn is clairvoyant. Every Capricorn is clairvoyant, and there's chimes. Virgos are clairvoyant also. All the earth signs are connected to the universe because of the oldest souls on the planet. Now, kind of a throw a wrench in things, right? I have read for people at this table, and my table's round, and every time I sit with somebody, Spirit shows me their zodiac sign, a round circle on the table, as a jigsaw puzzle, okay? And I've sat across from people that are a Pisces or a Scorpio, not usually a Scorpio, a Pisces or an Aquarius or a Libra, sometimes a Gemini, but not often. And they have this old soul. And I'll say, Spirit, I don't understand what the old, they can't know this much. They're way too young. Their souls seem to be they should be like this. And Spirit's like, that's because, and he shows me their puzzle. There's 1, 2, or 3, maybe 4 pieces of their puzzle. The zodiac sign is on the table that they have not completed yet because they went to the next sign without finishing their puzzle. So they're back in a lifetime to finish the Pisces puzzle when they're actually a Leo. See? That's true. So if you know somebody who is an Aquarius, or they're a Pisces, or they're a Libra, or they're a Cancer, and you can feel that they are old, you can feel that, my God, they know so much, they're so grounded. It's just like this amazing energy that they give off. That's more than likely they're going backwards to finish their puzzle. So that kind of throws kind of a wrench and stuff, but it makes total sense to me. Okay? I know that was kind of long. Michelle, does that help you understand, and everybody else, about who you are? Because when you know who you are, you guys, the cool thing is, again, talking from a Capricorn who's strong and focused and structured, who was all those things. I had to break the walls down. Big time, right? And it ain't easy, but it's worth it once you start to know who you are, and that's what counts. Okay. Okay. Kiki says, I just met someone before all this started. Should I put this connection off while this is going on? No, Spirit says, Kiki, you can see him safely. Okay. Hi, Kathy Lovelace, and I think I said hello to Kathy Mooney, and hello, Rose. Let me see. These are funny. 38 and feels 60. Amanda feels older than she actually is. So Catherine says, my mom's in Aries and she frets it to well, of course she does, Catherine, because you're a Capricorn. Aries and Capricorn do not get along. What does fire do to earth? It burns it. But what does earth do to fire? Puts it out. So, Michelle says, I was married to a Leo, and it's so true. I'm telling you what, it is, I'm telling you, you can tell. I'm telling you what, Lee's a Virgo, and he's a big old piece of pyramid granite, and there's nothing there but that. you know? Love him to death. We love each other very much, but Bill ain't getting no huggy and kisses from him unless I ask for it. So I do. Hey Charm, what's going on? What happens if you're a Cap? Okay, so Abby says, what happens after you're a Capricorn? Well, the cool thing is, Abby, I'm glad you asked, is that once you complete your Capricorn cycle, you get to choose if you want to come back as a human, or you get to be a spirit guide for the rest of your time surrounding the planet. I have one more life, I believe. And then guess what? I'm out of here. I'm going to be somebody's spirit guide for the rest of their eternity, which can be 3,000, 4,000 years. That's what happens. Or you can choose to come back and live a great life again and again if you want to, or you can choose not to come back at all. Yep, you get to choose. Yep, you completed your journey, Spirit says. Okay. Hey, Kimmers. Jody Mill says Gemini. Gemini, what, Jody? Give me more if you need to. Hey, Teresa Parker. What's going on there, girl? Okay, Amanda. I'd love to know what you can see about my puzzle. Are you allowed to disclose that information? Yes, I am. Says we love you. Thank you, Kathy. Suzanne, are you a Leo? Are you a Leo sun and a Capricorn rising? Holy smokes. You've got to be in conflict all the time with yourself. That's wild. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. Thank you, Paula. I'm going to do more videos too, you guys, about my life. I'm going to put them on my YouTube channel. Wow. Suzanne, that's interesting. That is interesting. So Michelle says, he was a good-looking, womanizing pilot. There you go. Exactly who they are. Exactly who they are. Just joining, what did you already talk about fire signs, Rose says? Yes. We were just going through the zodiac so people can tell where they're at in their ages, some usually. And Michelle, watch this when I'm done and you can kind of like pinpoint it. I don't know what time I'm at, so I can't really tell you when to look. Okay? Yeah. Scott says, I'm a Leo. Yeah, Scott, you truly are. And my mother's a Sagittarius, tends to be very, exactly. Because you have two fire signs going at each other, and Leo's the older of the two. And it's kind of like a lion, right? You have a child, a cub, or another male, or because Scorpios, Sagittarius have male energy. And sometimes you have to swipe them down. You know, some of you have to, and it's your mom, so it's kind of hard to do that. So yeah, definitely going to be tough. Michelle says, I'm a Sagittarius and my daughter is a Taurus. Oh my God, Michelle, yeah. She's going to just test you constantly. You know, and remember what Earth does to fire. Okay? You're never going to be best friends, Spirit says. You're never going to be best friends. And it's about you accepting her, Spirit says. Okay? And as she grows up, if she's not grown up already, like in her 30s and 40s, she'll learn. Earth signs mature later. Okay? We do all of our crazy stuff when we're younger. And as we go through the 20s and the 30s, then all of a sudden we become these people. And people go, well, how did you become that? Well, because I am old as dirt and I evolved into this person because I'm matching my soul journey. Okay? Scott says, my best friends and myself are Aries. Well, of course you are. You attract, that must be crazy fire though. I mean, I can't imagine being anybody around you guys or close to you guys because it's got to be a freaking trip. It's got to be a freaking trip. People must run from you, Spirit says. It's got to be tough with all that energy, with all that fire. Kathy says she's a Taurus. Of course she is. She's lovely. Taurus Sun, Leo Moon, also married to a great Capricorn. Yes, that's a perfect combination. My mother was a Taurus and I'm a Capricorn, and she was my best friend. I mean, she was primo. I mean, when I came out of my mama, she said, that's my son right there, and I'm going to hold him forever. Yeah, she was a great mom. Great mom. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let me talk, Kathy, Leo Moon. That's interesting. So, because Kathy is wonderful. I mean, Kathy Turzik is a wonderful angel card reader, oracle reader. Yeah, that's interesting. Kathy, that's why you guys loved each other so much. That's why it was so deep and so intense, because you knew each other, of course, before, but just coming together for not even the final time. Spirit says you've got probably one or two more times together, okay, and that's fantastic. That's fantastic. But that Leo moon must have been a little bit intense, but it can be cool with a Capricorn, because the only way Capricorn's always looking for hot sex, right? And with the Leo moon, it can be kind of good. You know, can be kind of good throughout the years. You know, yeah, for sure. So Susan says, after we talked frustrating issues with family and their expectations of what they think I should do. Of course, and understanding, guys, other people's expectations. See ya. It's about you. You. No. As you ascend, you're going to get pushback for sure. Okay. Michelle says she's 21 and a half. Oh, she's going to be, trust me, she's going to be stubborn as hell. Stubborn as hell. Okay. Kathy says one of my best friends is a Taurus. Of course. My best friend's a Taurus. Yep. My best friend is a Taurus too. Yeah, wonderful. What's more compatible? Two Sages, or a Sag and a Cap? Not two Sages. No way. The Sag and the Cap will work if you are grown enough and you understand that the Sag brings hot sex because of the fire. You know, and Capricorn loves that. Capricorn loves to be loved because they've gone through lifetimes where they didn't receive any love. So if they can, hey Ellie, if the Capricorn will allow you in their circle, bonus. Jackie says, I'm a Libra and my husband is a Taurus. I feel like of course, understanding you guys, the person that you're with, the family that you're with, you've known each other before 99% of the time. Okay? The family circle, the family circle is in spirit. When you pass away and you ascend, you go back to that circle, that cloud, let's say, to be decoded as being a human. Okay? You know everybody that's there. Could be 250 souls, could be 250,000 souls. We don't know, right? Depending on how big it is. 99% of the time, your mate is someone that is from your past lives. It's from your circle. And before you come back to Earth, you sign your contract, right? This is my parents. This is my family. This right here is my mate. This is what my soul signed up for. This is what I'm doing. And human is totally oblivious to what their life is supposed to be. How it is. Yep, how it is. So yes, you definitely know him from another life. That must be a pretty cool relationship too. What sign is good for a Leo as a mate? Scott, that's tough. There is not there. It would be like a Pisces that you can rule over, but will calm down your fire. Okay. Trying to find a Pisces man can be tough, because it just depends on what kind of guy you are. It's about you holding back your judgment, because Leo is very judgmental. For Leos to attract the right person, it is about themselves, not the other person. It's about finding out who you are, understanding who you are, and lowering that temperature. Because normally the reason that Leo doesn't have a mate is because their energy doesn't allow them to have a mate. Oh, you're welcome, Jackie. Okay? So it's more about you, Scott, than it is about anybody else. Okay? So looking at yourself, doing your meditations, talking aloud to your guides, But many, many times Leo doesn't think they need to do that because they're cocky. They're strong. Okay? Bum, 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 bum. Bonnie says, Cancer, Taurus, Cancer rising. Haven't dated in 9 years. Well, of course you haven't, my dear, because your Cancer. Interesting. You haven't allowed your Taurus dirt to be infiltrated by the Cancer water. And Cancer is strong like Capricorn. So you can have this energy that is way too overpowering for men to approach, because men are babies. Men are afraid. Okay? And unless that energy, because again, we're tribal. We're animals, right? And men search and find and conquer, right? And unless you are allowing that energy, right? It's because you're balanced, right? It's all about taking that Taurian energy and pulling it back, because it's this. Okay, it's stubborn. The energy is like this in front of you, right? And then you've got the Cancer, which enhances that Cancer this. And it's about understanding that and allowing yourself to be dated. Allow men to find you. Raising your vibration with meditation and talking out loud to your spirit guides, guardian angels, and finding your balance, right? So that when you raise your vibration, you meet the right people. Because you don't want the people that are the bottom feeders. You want the people that are up here. Unless you're a child in your teens and 20s, and then you're supposed to go through the bottom feeders before you go, forget this stuff. These people are losers. And you rise up and do what you need to do. Okay? Okay, yes, Amanda. Oh my God, I'm ready to trade my Cancer husband and Taurus daughter. Yes, Michelle, I'm sure you are, because you are a Sagittarius, my dear. And trust me, that's what Spirit says when he says you will burn everything, and then at the end, when you're 60, 65, there's no one left. Because you pushed them away, you burned them up because of your fire. It's more about you, Michelle, than them. It's about you understanding yourself and calming your fire down by understanding who you are. No expectations of other people, accepting them for who they are. Not being triggered. Again, when you put a Cancer husband, right, who is this, right, strong, because normally Capricorns and Sagittarius don't get along. Because they're both fighting for the limelight, only Capricorn is older. Okay? And so when you've got Cancer, which has a lot of Capricorn characteristics, he's going to be like this, right? Well, Sagittarius is like that too. And Cancers very often think that they know everything, like a Capricorn does. And a Taurus daughter is the same way. So you have a lot of that authority in your house, Spirit says. You have a lot of authority in your house, and you want to be the authority figure because you're fire. Okay? I never wanted, Bonnie says, I never wanted anyone, now I do. Well, of course you do, my dear. Everybody needs somebody. Your ego can tell you that you don't. That's not true. You can close yourself off for so long before the universe breaks that freaking bubble. And you go, oh my God, what happened? Why do I need somebody? Because every human being does. We need to be loved. Again, we need to be challenged, right? Our soul journey is not to be alone. We are tribal people. We are used to being in a tribe, right? That's what humans do. Look, it passed. Exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. But that's, again, it's about that. So Tom, you're a Taurus. That's why, oh my God, that's right, you are. Life's a Libra. It can be pretty good. It can be good. It can be pretty good, Tom. Again, understanding that she's gonna need her alone time. She's also can enjoy structure like a Taurus. But again, you're gonna frustrate her because you are definitely stubborn. Because you're supposed to be. Rose says, I'm a Sagittarius. My husband's a Virgo. Ooh, that's got to be tough. When I took it for astrology, Virgo is in my house and it represents safety. Of course, because Virgo is Earth. Earth is always safety. Earth is always comfortable. Earth is always. Unfortunately, what happens is sometimes it's too comfortable. Okay? Sometimes it's too comfortable. So Jody said that Steve Noble, Nobel, but Paula, he has like 195 meditations. So if you want to text me, I can send you the elementary ones, or you can go on and try to find what you need. The negative thing about that is, you guys, is when you go onto Steve Noble's YouTube channel without guidance, many times you can get frustrated and not do anything, or you may do a meditation that is higher than where you're at and you won't get it. Okay? And again, I know it's like taking high school calculus when you're at 8th grade. You don't get it. You hear it, but you don't get it. Okay? So if you need help with that, let me know. Okay, so let me see here. Hi, Lisa. How's it going? Okay. You're welcome, Tom. Anytime, man. Anytime. Okay, so I got... Oh, gosh, I'm past. It's already 4:12. No wonder. Okay, so let me do one more. I will do... Let me see where it went. Okay, so Kiki, with Cancer and Aquarius and Gemini, so you've got 2 air signs, and Gemini is dysfunctional, okay? And so that's your personality. Cancer will fight against that because Cancer like structure with emotion, okay? Chimes. And so Gemini is going to fight against that. Namaste to you. So it's all about again, that balance and understanding who you are. Again, talking out loud, your spirit guardian angels, letting stuff get aired out, right? Aquarius is your emotion, so it is flighty and floaty and okay. You know what I'm saying? And then Geminis can be kind of crazy. Because I have a dysfunctional twin, and that negative energy always carries with them. That's your personality. So that can make you a dysfunctional Cancer, especially with the emotion in there from the Cancer clear water. Okay, and then Cancer's like, oh my God, I need to perform. This is my structure. So it can be very confusing. Okay. All right, guys, I have to go. Scott, what is a good beginner for Scott and Steve Noble? It's Nobel. Scott, the things that I send to people first is the fear and anxiety meditation. And then for their second day of the week to meditate, because you need to meditate twice a day in the daytime. Do not meditate before you go to bed, please, is the emotional healing meditation. And Scott, Spirit's telling me both of them for you will help you discover who you are. Okay? Krista, I'm getting ready to sign off. I'm supposed to be done at 4 o'clock. I got another reading that I'm late for. So you guys, namaste. Thank you. Yes, you can find Steve Noble on YouTube. The Soul Matrix is his website, but if you go under Steve Noble, the Soul Matrix, it will show up, or I can send it to you. Just text me, 248-310-7689. Send me a Facebook Messenger at Bill Hobart or at Bill Clairvoyant. I will get you everything that you need, or send me an email at bill@billhobart.com. Okay? So thank you for joining me, guys. I will see you next week, Thursday at 3, for Coaching for the Soul. See ya.